Всем привет, дорогие друзья, вы на канале Барабанов. У нас сегодня игруха под названием «За стальным небом». Я уже немного поиграл. Мост открыл. Кстати, а что, обратно попасть нельзя? Вот, ищем парнишку. Похитил его какой-то робот. Вот, и нам сейчас надо попасть в город Юнион-Сити. Ну, игра не новая, я думаю. Многие видели. Так, вот что сейчас делать, хер его знает. Опаньки. Ага, туда транспорт. Так, ладно, отойдем. В смысле, а что делать? Ну-ка, стоять. Интересный случай. Управлениями орудием 4 метра. Надо взломать. Я так думаю. Как подойти?
Alert. Pedestrians now have only 10 seconds to alert. Pedestrians now have only 5 seconds to comply.
Ага, во, блин. Стоять. Так, понятно. Что делать тогда? Вот, проход обратно. Так, мне надо аккумулятор, короче. Грузовику старого дня. Так, подожди-ка.
The large chute appeared to be part of a recycling process.
Угу. Конвейер, датчик давления, интересно. Так, тоже все понятно.
Industrial fumes pumped out of the spinning exhaust fan. The pressure plate appeared to trigger the crane mechanism. The conveyor appeared to be part of a waste recycling system.
Чё-то я ничего не понял. А это что такое? Ага, стоковая система. Так. Запустить ленту конвейера. А вот это вот как? Остановить ленту конвейера. Может, целиком. Так. Запустить ленту. Остановить ленту. А чё они не берутся-то, блин? Берется только одна эта херать, я ему шо выкину. Так, все программы начинаются с блока начала логики. Конец логики. Передать провал. Блоки логики выполняются мгновенно. Как здесь все, блин. Так, мягко. Может, здесь еще что-то есть? О, система охлаждения. Так, быстро, мягко. Вон оно что, блин. Скорость ленты, быстро, мягко. Так, ну да, посмотрим, что будет. Слишком высокая температура. Система охлаждения. Ну... Может, подождать нам? О! Хе-хе! Хрена себе. Вот сейчас. Угу. Все понятно. Робот-примагнитель. Так. Вот батареи. Все понятно. Так, а что у него еще есть?
The droid's future seemed a bit up in the air.
Короче, все понятно, блин. Догадайся сам.
Pedestrians now have only 10 seconds to
чего там,
comply.
блин?
Lethal force authorized.
Пошли. Пойдем, ставим аккумулятор и проберемся в город. И по-моему... Так, аккумулятор использовать.
Lights flickered on. Wendell's truck had power.
Так, поехали,
I
старый.
had my ticket into the city. With the power cell replaced, the truck was good to go. Hey, Wendell.
Morning, son. Or afternoon. I lose track.
I fitted your truck with a charged power cell.
You did? Then we're cooking on gas.
Hey, any chance of a lift into the city?
Typical. No one ever does anything from the goodness of their heart these
Ну ты
days.
стражок. Чё тебе дать? Бутер.
Oh, all right. Up in the back. You earned it.
You sure it's safe back here?
100%, lad.
I'll take your word for it.
Just watch out for me neck bursts. I've lost enough business already.
Отлично.
As far as I can take you, I'm afraid. You can catch a monopod into the city from over there.
And where are you going?
Straight to cargo. Gotta get these babies
Quarantined?
distributed.
Thanks for the ride, Wendell. Maybe see you again.
Так, цель обновлена. Что за цель? И... Так, узнайте, как Грэм связан с ловцами. Ну-ка. Так, это понятно. Ну здесь и нет ничего. Пойдем. Так, торговый автомат. Что продает? Ага. Обычный красный. В смысле, а есть еще необычные, значит, разные торговые автоматы, что?
Welcome, Citizen Graham. Outdated U-chip firmware detected. Firmware must be updated to use Union City facilities.
Да, нам же надо
About to
обновить.
return to give Ember a piece of my mind when...
Transporting you to the nearest safety services.
Стилскай. Смотри-ка. Смотри-ка. Прям киберпанк.
The stalkers had come into the city. But looking around, that didn't make any sense. This place was a paradise compared to the Union City I'd left all those years ago. Joey had certainly turned the place around. I had to find the stalkers. And whoever he was, Graham was my only lead. I just had to sort out my U-chip problems first.
Так, погнали чип обновлять.
Hello?
Good morning, Graham, Grundy. I trust you are well on this fine day.
Actually,
Aha! Have you tried Dijon buttercream spankles? It's new.
sounds delightful.
That's the spirit. Now, Mr. Grundy, we both know why you're here, don't we?
I guess we do.
Your firmware. It's ridiculously out of date.
Let's get you sorted then, shall we? Go on, place your hand on the platform.
Так, давай.
Okay, here goes.
Well, that's very strange.
What's very strange?
What's very strange?
You said that's very strange a moment ago. Something about my data.
I didn't. You said, what's very strange?
I only said it because you said that's very strange.
Great. What else can I do for you, Citizen Graham?
There was something strange about the ID that I had acquired. While she may have lost the plot, I definitely hadn't.
Так.
Would you mind scanning my U-chip like you did before?
But, Graham, your firmware is up to date.
Обновил
Humor
же.
me.
Okay. Well, that's very strange.
Опять глючит.
There, you just did it again.
Because you asked me to humor you.
I mean, you said that's very strange again.
Да все уже
I assured you
перезагрузилось,
that I
блин.
have a precise log of this entire conversation, and I said no such thing.
It appeared that every time she tried to access my data, the last few seconds of her memory was wiped.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
Так.
So is my
хорошо-ка.
firmware all up to date?
It sure is, Citizen Graham. Now you can get back to being a top-notch citizen again. I see you have 2 weeks of public voting to catch up on. Better find a terminal and hop to it.
I'm looking for a vehicle.
Well, a monopod station can be found at either end of the piazza.
Are there any vehicles in the city that have legs?
Polite request for disambiguation. By legs, do you mean a vehicle transporting prosthetics, flat-packed furniture, or fried chicken?
I mean a vehicle with legs for propulsion.
Do you mean a skateboard or scooter?
You are no help.
I'm here to help.
Listen, I don't know if you'll be able to help on this.
I'm here to help.
Okay. I'm looking for a child that went missing 2 days ago.
And from which part of the city did this child go missing?
He was from outside the city.
I can only help you locate citizens.
Короче, болтовня.
Was I helpful?
Yes.
Would you like to fill out a survey?
Absolutely not.
Okay then. Keep a smile on your face, Graham.
Now that I dealt with my UChip problem, I needed to find out more about my new identity. Graham Grundy.
Так.
Union City wishes all citizens a happy Aspiration Day.
I'd never tell him, but Joey's statue looked magnificent. Milo's trail was running cold. I needed to check out Graham's home.
Так, осмотреть квартиру Грэма. А где я найду, блин? Квартиру Грэма. Кто такой Грэм? Чей паспорт? Так, музей новой истории. Понятно.
The museum wasn't open yet. I'd have to come back later.
Может, с роботом надо поговорить? Коренной.
Hooray! Another customer! Please scan your UChip to place an order.
Excuse me?
Greetings, citizen. Have you come for another extra large fluoride orange spankles with extra foam?
I don't know if that's my sort of thing.
Incorrect. According to your order history, it is your new favorite beverage.
My order history?
Indeed, Citizen Graham. You love it.
Так.
Do you know anything about missing children?
Oh my, that's above my pay grade. Unless they came to this cafe.
I doubt it. Nobody else seems to have heard anything.
Excellent. I'm glad to find myself synchronized with local knowledge. Now, may I recommend you forget your troubles with a cold, crisp can of Spankles.
Can I get a can of Spankles?
Simply scan your UChip here on the counter, Citizen Graham.
Great. What flavors are available?
No need, Citizen Graham. Your favorite flavor will be provided from your order history. I assure you, if you are unhappy with the result, your taste buds can be recalibrated.
What do you do here?
My name is Barry, and it is my pleasure to serve fresh, crisp, premium Spankles to the...
Do you prepare the Spankles?
No, sir. That would be unforgivably inefficient. I merely have to collect the flavor from the dispensary and... voila!
What do you know about the council?
The democratically elected body of Union City government, as introduced by Joey. His final gift to Union City was to transfer leadership to those most deserving.
See you later.
You feel a thirst a coming? You talk to me.
Так. И что такое? Аудиосистема. Понятно. Да уйди ты отсюда, блин. И что за главный терминал?
Please scan your UChip to place an order.
Union City wishes
Hi.
It's most excellent to see you again, Graham Grundy.
The pleasure is all mine.
How can I be of assistance today?
То же самое. Так, понятно.
Until the next time.
Ищи то, блин, не знаю что. Куда, блин, какая квартира, кто я есть, где у кого спросить-то, блин.
Union City wishes all citizens.
Так, обновлен. Побольше узнать о предыдущем владельце. Вводить на платформу. Моновагонов отправлять. Ага, так и понял. Я сразу это понял. Я шел сюда к вагону. Станция Таганская. Ну-ка, стой. Ага.
Welcome, Citizen Graham. Where would you like to go?
Так, дом Грэма. Как все просто. Поехали.
Graham had some sort of connection to Milo's kidnapping. His home would be my best, in fact, my only lead. Take me to Graham, my home.
Lakeview Apartments.
А, Грэм, это, наверное, вот в начале игры, который трупешник был. А девчуля у него документы забрала. Все понятно. Ловцы, походу, убили. Кто такие ловцы? Непонятно. Зачем им нужны детишки?
I had to find the stalker. And whoever he was, Graham was my only lead. The seal on the floor showed my buddy Joey just as I remembered him, when I left him in charge all those years ago.
Да погнали, что-то рассматривать-то, блин. Бабенка клеится, смотри-ка.
Hey, buddy, watch where you're standing.
Вот сама подошла, толкнул.
Your face, for one.
Excuse me.
Well, if you hadn't been staring at the floor like a moron, you'd have seen me.
Так. Ну,
Do
давай.
you know a guy called Graham Grundy?
Nope. Sounds like a moron.
In that case, let me introduce myself. Graham Grundy.
Doesn't surprise me.
Так.
Do you know where I can find Joey?
Oh, I don't know. Weirdo. They say he walked into the gap, or sailed across the sea. Either way, he abandoned us all in this place.
You don't like it here?
Needs more color, wouldn't you agree?
Так, понятно.
I didn't catch your name.
I'm your mama.
Что-то чудная какая-то. Так, ладно. Давай.
Seriously, I'd like to know your name.
Seriously, go find a friend.
Ой, какой, блин, сволочь.
Do you live here?
Do I look like I live here?
I'm not from around here. Maybe everyone here looks like you.
Yeah, and what do I look like?
Trouble.
Keep walking.
What happened after Joey left?
Well, duh. Council runs the city now.
Так, понятно.
What are you doing here?
Oh, what do you want?
Just information.
Yeah? So go visit the museum.
I'll leave you to whatever it was you were doing.
Aw, really? I'll miss you.
Yes, I'm very busy.
Hey, dirtbag! What's your favorite color?
Huh?
You heard me. What's your favorite color?
Так. Давай синий.
Blue?
Lame.
But you're wearing... Never mind.
Не получил.
Later, man purse.
Later, backpack.
Ha! You got nothing.
Clearly not everyone in the city was quite as courteous as they were happy.
Тут прикол, блин. Так, ладно. Так, лифт, а если дальше пройти? Что-то такое.
Someone had spilt paint on the floor.
Commencing spray. Please stand back.
Опрыскивать, что? Так, использовать. Чё же не показали, куда ехать-то? Странно, блин. Дверь в квартиру. А это что за хмырь?
Wait, I knew that you, Chip. Oh my, is it really? Yes, it is. Master Graham, you have returned. How wonderful.
Oh, good day, huh?
I shall inform Madam and her guest that you have arrived. She will be so pleased.
No,
Не
that won't be
надо.
necessary.
She will be overjoyed that you have finally returned to the bosom of the family.
Что делать?
My apologies for the interruption, Madam Songbird. It's Master Graham.
What about him, Chipworth?
It appears he has arrived home, Madam.
He has, but that's wonderful! Oh, thank Joey! My dear husband is back!
Ah, I was hoping to meet you,
В
Mr.
смысле? Они не знают, что...
Mentor Alonso, Ministry of Well-Being. I was just here to investigate some irregularities.
I'm sure my Graham needs a few moments to freshen up. Why don't I show you my kudos records? I don't know who you are, but right now we're both in a lot of trouble. So for both our sakes, you'd better convince the mentor that you're...
Yes, of course.
I'll stall him. Just don't come through that door until you know enough about Graham to pass yourself off as him.
Don't worry. You can count on me. I wasn't sure what I'd walked into. But if I was to convince anyone I was Graham, I needed to find out more about him. His job, his family, his state of mind. The mentor could ask me about anything. Information about Graham was scattered all over the place. All I had to do was look around. A shelf full of sports gear and awards from years gone by. That looked like Graham and his wife on their wedding day. They looked blissfully in love.
Так.
Rhythmic gymnastics, first place.
Так, ага, художницей была. Художественная гимнастика.
Amethyst or purple glass? Either way, it looked expensive.
Так. Ага.
Fairy tales, courtly romances, and art books.
Так, так, так. Они пошли вон туда.
I was hit by the acrid smell of chemicals. You can tell a lot about a man from his shoes. In this case, that the man had no taste.
Так, все понятно. Плакаты стоит их осматривать, нет?
A printer? It was rare to see one of those. How to survive a war. Better just to not be around to see them.
Так, посмотрим, что у них здесь. Городская жизнь. Сообщение.
I couldn't access Graham's messages. I added that to my list of things to look into.
Ну-ка, что-то
I couldn't access Graham's messages. I added that to my list of things to look into.
Понятно. Так, ладно, все говно какое-то. Все какое-то говно. Так, у меня еще штора.
Blind blocked out all the light from outside. Developing fluid and trays. I hadn't seen gear like this since I was a child.
Какой год-то на дворе, блин, проявитель.
It looked like one of the land trains from the city walls. It was a detailed model. A uniform like the one Graham's wife wore. It was cut for someone much larger. The logo on the uniform was quite distinct. Looked like these photos were taken by the city walls.
Так. Это что за вертолет? Так, медали какие-то.
An impressive collection of medals, ranging from bravery to long service. Most of the medals dated back to before I was born.
Так, чё я... Ну-ка, что такое?
A cavalcade of cryptids. Someone believed in monster stories. The box was for a deluxe hollow plinth replacement lens. There was nothing inside. Union City Red. I suspected it was more fruit juice than wine.
Так, медицинский сканер.
Welcome back, Graham. Displaying your health chart now. It has been 2 weeks since your last checkup. You have lost weight. Congratulations. It has been noted that your height has increased. Adjusting records according. Scanning. Error. Implant missing. Refreshing biomodification database. Please wait. Removing cardiac implant registration. Registering Schriebman port as new implant.
The scanner had detected my Schriebman port, which allowed me to interact with Link, the city's old network. Since then, I'd pretty much forgotten about it.
Adjusting your health rating from C to A+.
I was considerably fitter than Graham. That was good to know.
Так, ладно.
That's all for now.
Due to the alteration of your physical parameters, a new uniform has been ordered and will arrive at your home shortly. Keep a smile on your face.
I was a lot healthier than Graham. In fact, I'd say Graham was downright unhealthy. I had made some headway, but I still needed to know about Graham's work and social standing.
Что я должен найти-то? Так, ну это кухня.
Hello there. Chipworth, wasn't it?
Master Graham, may I say, sir is looking even more fabulous than usual today.
Why, thank you.
Has Master Graham lost weight?
Maybe. Does Master Graham look like he's lost weight?
Oh, yes, sir. And it would appear sir has gained some height as well.
Tell me...
But that was sir's wife, Madame Song.
Yes, of course.
Is sir quite feeling himself?
It's fine. I've just been
How serendipitous that the well-being mentor is here then, is it not, sir?
Так.
Who was that guy in here when I arrived?
Is sir referring to the gentleman currently probing your wife in the bedroom?
I guess I am.
That would be the Honorable Mentor Alonso, Senior Officer at the Ministry of Well-being. I believe that he would like to see you next.
He would?
Mentor Alonso indicated that there were 1 or 2 anomalies in Master Graham's records. Public voting, kudos levels, employment, whereabouts within the city.
Just some minor things, then.
Consumption patterns, biosigns, indication of physical existence.
I think I get the picture.
But I'm sure there's a simple answer, Master Graham.
Так.
Tell me about that woman.
A woman? Can Sir possibly be referring to his good lady wife?
Humor me. For instance, her name would be...
Madam Songbird. Clearly, Sir is not feeling quite himself today. Sir might recall he even forgot dear old Chipworth's name earlier.
Who?
Me, sir.
Так.
This mentor. What will he ask me about?
The Ministry of Well-being is always concerned, sir, with a citizen's well-being.
Well-being?
That's right, sir. A citizen's health and happiness, their relationships and social life. All of the utmost importance to the Ministry. He might also inquire if Sir needs...
Why exactly was...
I believe Sir's 2-week-long work, poll, and just be your...
Of course, because I am Graham Grundy. Have a super day, Chipworth.
Serving you, sir, every
Чифорд.
day.
Блин, сколько здесь разговоров-то. Ну, что там по телеку-то? Желаю всем радостям. Понятно. Стереостойка. Чё ж делать-то, блин? Где узнать, с кем я был, чем занимался? Ну, что там? Узнать о его работе. В его спальне и в ванной комнате могут найтись полезные сведения. Да это понятно.
A sword? The blade was cracked.
Химикаты.
I wondered if Graham self-medicated. Giant scorpions in the sewers. Real or fake? Unlikely. The tentacle monsters would have eaten them years ago. When I came to Union City 10 years ago, this was very much the case. These days, I wasn't so sure.
Так, фотографии, короче, он занимался. Мукование. Раковина.
After 10 years in the Gap, I'd almost forgotten what a toilet looked like.
В кусты ходил, блин. Так, ага, вот работник месяца.
A cleaning supervisor? I needed to find out who he worked for. If I slipped up, I'd be exposed right away.
Так, понятно. Что ничего не понятно.
Tempting, but I'd already had my monthly bath. I knew about Graham's health, but I still needed to find out about his work and social standing. Perhaps I'd find more on his personal terminal. I needed to find out more information if I wanted to avoid getting caught out. The trees in the Gap weren't as pretty, but at least they were real.
Так.
Something told me the fire was not authentic.
Чё, я что-то пропустил, блин. Так, ну давай-ка еще раз посмотрим.
So Graham was a cleaning
Заведовал
supervisor?
уборкой. Мне нужно было узнать, на кого он работал без этого. Так, понятно. Уборка заведовал. А там тогда че? Ну-ка. Так, это я видел. Игрушечный автопоезд, химикаты, плакат.
I wondered if the people knew that Hobart agents had helped me save their city. You can tell a lot about a man from his shoes. In this case, that the man had no taste.
Так, личные данные. Здесь нет ни хера.
The council was made up of 5 ministries. Each ministry had their own logo and distinctive color scheme. From the color of his uniform, it was clear that Graham worked for the Ministry of Comfort. I knew quite a bit about Graham's work and health, but I figured I could learn more if I found his kudos records.
Так.
A chart showing that Graham's kudos score had recently dropped. I wondered what had caused such a sharp decline. I had learned all I was going to from Graham's apartment. I hoped it would be enough.
Вот. Все, походу. Погнали.
If I was going to convince the mentor, I had to
Так,
be
мне нужно
sure I knew
увидеть
enough about
куратора, а
Graham.
для этого требуется... Чё?
I couldn't keep them waiting any longer. From that point on, I had to be Graham Grundy, cleaning supervisor.
Darling, I thought you were going to freshen up.
I was, but I missed the sweet sound of your voice.
Oh, Graham, always the romantic. But please don't kiss me until you've showered.
Wouldn't dream of it. Besides, I couldn't let Alfonso here.
Alonso?
Monopolize my lovely wife for a moment longer.
In which case, shall we begin?
Of course. Shall we take a seat in the lounge?
Какой
It was
гусь.
now or never.
So, Mr. Grundy.
Mentor Alonso, what would you like to know?
Ah, well, straight to the point. I like that. As I was explaining to your dear wife earlier, there have been some issues with your activity records of late.
Issues? What do you mean?
Mr. Grundy, a word to the wise. This will be much smoother if you leave the questions to me. Now, whilst your records load, remind me, in which ministry are you employed?
Благополучие.
Well-being.
Oh, darling, don't joke with the mentor.
Комфорт.
We all know you work at the Ministry of Comfort.
Now, Mr. Grundy,
Так,
let's
ладно,
be
давай,
serious
что
now.
ты?
Here we go. Graham Grundy, 42, cleaning supervisor with the Ministry of Comfort. Cleaning supervisors require Class C exertive activity certification. I trust that your health rating is sufficient.
Так, плюс у меня...
I did drop down a bit, but I'm back to Class A+ now.
Excellent, excellent. Very good. So, with that in mind, I will mark you as fit for work, barring any other issues. Now, obviously, your kudos level will have fluctuated due to your absence. You're a C+ right now. I note you used to be much higher.
Так, что-то я, тут херню не помню. Б.
Yes, well, you'll be back up there in no time. Well, that is all I need to check off. But I'd be remiss if I didn't offer you all the extra support and guidance that you need.
Mentor?
When someone goes off-grid, there's usually some underlying trouble. And as a mentor, I like to think of myself as a bit of a troubleshooter.
Of course. I appreciate the concern.
So, let's get to the bottom of all this confusion. Dig a bit deeper, eh?
Deeper? Yes, right. By all means, Mentor.
Tell me about your workplace. I trust there are no issues.
Так. Понятно.
The land train facility. It's a fine place to work.
I'm sure it is. Department of Land Trains and Extra City Commerce. Wonderful.
Oh, yes. Couldn't be happier.
We are, of course, very grateful for your service, Mr.
Не, прикольно.
But there we come to the crux of the matter. Your absence. 15 days is a long time. This is, of course, why my ministry has become involved in your case. We have been concerned for your well-being.
I'm fine. Better than ever, in fact.
Excellent. Now, speaking of your health, I note you had some surgery last year. Tell me about your implants. Are they working effectively?
Так, интересно. Сердце или грудь, что он показывает?
Please, Mr. Grundy, I've not got all day.
My breast implants. I changed my mind. They kept getting in the way of my mop.
Your what?
He means your heart regulator, dear.
Oh, yes, of course. Nothing to worry about. As you can see, the beat goes on.
Yes. Well, I must say you're in remarkable shape considering your medical history. Of course, your mental well-being is just as important to us. How are you getting on with your rather peculiar hobbies?
Фотографии же. Чик-чик, чик-чирик.
My photography.
I do, yes.
You can't beat the feeling of an old-time film camera.
I can imagine. You have an eye for composition. Although I don't understand your interest in using such archaic technology. Choosing to fiddle with knobs rather than availing of ministry-recommended filters, stabilization, automatic archive, and data retrieval, all courtesy of Minos. If we can't see what you create, how can we share in your interests?
What can I say? I like a challenge.
I'm sure you do, Graham. Ah, well. I have a busy day of appointments, so sadly we must conclude our little chat there.
It's been a pleasure, Mentor.
hasn't it? So with that in mind, perhaps you can tell me where you've been for the last 2 weeks.
What? Right. Yes, where have I been the last 2 weeks?
Well?
Okay, so the last 2 weeks, I was working at the land train facility, of course. Cleaning. I'm a cleaning supervisor. And while I was cleaning, I must have bumped my head. The next thing I knew, I was in the middle of nowhere, still on the train. 2 weeks later, the train returned to the city. Cleaner than it's ever been, I might add.
My poor darling! How awful! What a dreadful thing to happen!
I believe I have all the answers I need from you.
Well, that's a relief.
I'm sure it is, Mr. Grundy.
Well, thank you for stopping by.
Just a teeny tiny thing before I go. There appears to be 1 or 2 anomalous results here.
Anomalous? That doesn't sound good.
It may be nothing. But here's the thing. I get strange readings when I scan your U-chip. Any idea why?
Maybe it got damaged when I fell.
Possibly. It's as plausible as everything else you've told me today. You see, the only other time I've seen anything like this is when a U-chip has been tampered with. No one would have done that now, would they?
Tampered with? I didn't even know that you could do that.
Graham's a supervisor, not a subversive mentor.
Yes, a supervisor, not a subversive.
Damaged when
Supervisor.
Fell. Request analysis. Now, it's clear to me that your recent concussion has had some deleterious effects on your memory. You need some time to recuperate.
Of course, mentor. I shall see to it that he gets the care he needs.
Oh, I have no doubt that you will.
Ну все, дергай отсюда, блин, куратор,
I
хрен.
converted some of your kudos to grant you both some time off work.
Our kudos? Wait, how much?
Oh, nothing too severe. Just enough to give you some time to reflect. You may notice a slight dip in your social tier, however.
But the Aspiration Day Gala tonight.
Yes, won't it be something? I am so looking forward to it. Anyway, keep a smile on your face.
You too.
Good day, Mr. and Mrs. Grundy.
What in the name of Joey do you call that sorry performance?
Maybe I could have tried harder.
Look, Buster, everything was fine until you turned up. I'd dragged my kudos all the way up to Class B for that gala. I don't want time off. I want my gala tickets. If there is anything wrong with Graham's U-chip, you would better sort it out sharpish before Alonso's analysis comes back. Who even are you? Where's Graham? Are you that contact he kept ranting about?
Whatever Graham had been up to, it had gotten him killed. I had to come clean with his wife. There's no easy way to say this, but I'm afraid Graham is dead.
What? How? Where?
I found him. In the Gap.
The Gap? What was the idiot doing in the Gap? Was that where he was always sneaking off to? Ugh!
A child, Milo, was abducted from a village out there and brought into Union City. And I think Graham was somehow connected.
Sure, and pigs fly. Listen, stranger, I'm sure you can understand this has been a rather harrowing day. This is all too much for me right now.
Tell me about it.
So, I'm gonna do some damage control on social media. In the meantime, I guess that officially it is your home, so you can stay, but this is my bedroom, and that one is yours. No cute ideas.
Understood. Songbird seemed rattled by the news. Not surprising. But whoever this contact of Graham's was, I suspected they were the key to finding Milo.
Так. Че, она сейчас уезжать будет, не?
Songbird, I'm sorry.
You're sorry. Oh, terrific. As long as you're sorry. But tell me, what exactly are you sorry for? Turning up here? Pretending to be my husband? Or maybe you're sorry for making such a mess of it. All that kudos straight down the drain.
But...
Do you know how much effort I've put into getting that gala ticket? How many months of fake smiles and loathsome dinner parties? Only to have Mentor Alonso convert it all into time off to spend with you! So, please explain. What exactly are you sorry for?
That your husband is dead.
Yes. Well, it's a nightmare. The absolute last thing I needed today. Trust Graham to choose the day of the ministry's visit.
You don't seem too shaken up.
Neither do you.
I wasn't married to him.
Neither was I, really. Not by the end. Look, stranger. You told me your secret, so I'll tell you mine. Last few years, Graham gave up trying to be anything other than the dullard he really was. If it weren't for the kudos for being married, I'd have dumped him months ago. You're new here, so a word of advice? You want to win in Union City? Learn the rules and play the game.
My name's Foster, by the way. Robert Foster.
Songbird.
Is there anything more you can tell me about Graham?
Not much. He was a loner whose only friends were idiots like him.
Could Graham have had anything to do with kidnapping?
For both our sakes, I hope not.
What were you saying about kudos?
You mean all the kudos I've now lost, thanks to you?
Yeah, kudos. That's important, right?
Were you born yesterday?
Let's just say I'm new here.
Okay, newbie. Here's how it works in Union City. Be a good example, stay happy, and you get kudos.
Which you spend?
Well, kinda, but not really. The higher your kudos level, the lower you are in the city. Simple.
So kudos is bad?
Aren't you listening? Lower. Lower is better.
What's with the Alonso guy?
Guy? I believe you're referring to Mentor Alonso from the Ministry of Well-Being. He's a high-ranking official. And thanks to you, he won't be taking his eyes off us anytime soon.
We got away with it, didn't we?
Do you think he's a fool? When he finds out who you really are, we're both done for. My kudos won't survive another hit like that.
Tell me more about Graham.
Why do you want to know?
I think he might have been involved in something.
What do you mean?
I came to Union City from the Gap because I was investigating a mysterious...
Oh, for Joey's sake, not you too. Blah, blah, conspiracy, blah, blah, giant dog. Graham was the perfect husband until he started getting crazy ideas. Why couldn't he just have an affair like a normal person?
Who's this contact you mentioned?
Bad news, as far as my kudos level is concerned.
What do you mean?
Graham was always rambling on about this hacker friend of his. Had a daft name. Leet, I think.
Any idea where I could find Leet?
Probably somewhere up top, with the other degenerates. If I were you, I'd stay away.
Bye, Songbird.
Yeah, bye.
Так. Надо найти Лита. Загадочные книжки.
A detective culls. Someone liked their murder mysteries.
Устоять. Гардеробные книги. Так, ладно, не будем. Так. Да ёперный театр. Чё здесь осматривать-то? Так, вино. Чё я должен найти-то, блин? Чё пропало, чё не пропало, я откуда знаю.
Excuse me, please.
Странно. Вот коллекция игрушек.
A collection of toy animals were lined up in little baskets. One was missing.
Вот же он сидит. Мама медведицы.
I poked at it, but I couldn't get it to turn on.
Так. Гардеробная.
I didn't think Songbird would appreciate me rummaging through her things.
Так, пустое место, понятно.
There was an empty spot marked Bartleby Bilby.
Понятно.
Jasmine. The shelf was loaded with books on management, business theory, and military strategy.
Excuse me, please.
Так, я что-то не понял, что мне надо сделать. Барбос, что ли, найти? Что там, игрушку какую-то?
Excuse me, Songbird?
What is it, Graham?
Так, вот, точно.
Are you a collector?
What?
Toys. You have quite the collection.
Oh, yes. The whole set of cuddly kitties. Even the limited edition Mama Bear from 5 years back. Well, I did have the whole set, at least.
Did something happen?
Bartleby went missing, that's what. I asked Graham about it and he denied all knowledge. Then, when I tried to use the Mama Bear tracker to find dear Bartleby, he threw her across the room.
Clumsy.
Clumsy? Those bears were my engagement gift. He hid Bartleby just to spite me.
Graham had taken Songbird's toy Bilby, but I couldn't figure out what he'd have wanted with it. Wherever he'd gone, Graham clearly didn't want to be tracked. What's a Mama Bear tracker?
What do you think? It tracks her babies.
Her babies?
The cuddly kiddies. Most toys in Union City are tracker-enabled. Lost toys mean screaming babies, unless you got a tracker.
Mind if I have a look at the tracker?
Go ahead, though the screen is broken. Squeeze the left ear to turn it on.
Так.
Yeah, bye.
It looked like Graham had taken Bartleby and didn't want it tracked. I had a hunch that he had taken it to Leet, but had no idea why.
Так, надо маячок включить. Смотреть.
In Union City, even the teddy bears had screens. This one was broken.
Включить.
The device was now on, but with the screen broken, I'd need to find another way to get at the data. I wondered why Graham had taken a children's toy.
Hello there. I'm Mama Bear.
Hi.
Mama Bear looks after all the cuddly kitties. Are you looking for one of my children?
Так.
I'm looking for Bartleby Bilby.
Don't worry, child. Look at my tummy to find your missing friend.
Так, ладно, давайте здесь закончим. Продолжим в следующей серии. Всем пока.
Yep.